We're going to be talking about a HAF update. HAF, as you know, is the Homeowner Assistance Fund, which is a $10 billion fund that's set up for people who cannot afford to repay their forbearance amounts, who have been denied for loan modifications and have no other recourse. We're going to go over the new developments, which are pretty big, in the HAF program in about 5 seconds. I started doing foreclosure defense and loan modifications right after the last crash in 2008. At that time, a lot of folks were freaking out because they were unable to pay their mortgages. The banks were really slow on loan modifications, and many people lost their homes. This time around, the government has instituted something called HAF. HAF is an acronym for the Homeowner Assistance Fund. The Homeowner Assistance Fund is a $10 billion fund set up to help people who have no other recourse, which means that they cannot get a loan modification or any other assistance for their mortgage delinquency. It's going to be available in early 2022. So that sounds like a long time from now, but it really isn't. It's only 3 months. We're in September, October, November, December, 3 months. So the next few months are critical for you to understand what you could possibly get out of this $10 billion fund, which has been allocated to the states and has been slowly being doled out to people. There are some pilot programs out there right now, but most people cannot access this money yet. Now, there's been some big news about what people can actually expect when they come out of forbearance. Some of the states, like my state, Florida, has issued already plans on how they're going to dole out the money. Florida has decided that they're going to pay out up to $50,000 for mortgage assistance. This is money that people can use to reinstate loans that they can't pay that back the forbearance amounts, or if they need money to pay their continuing mortgage payments while they figure out a different option. Now, this $50,000 is the maximum amount. This did not exist after 2008. After 2008, the states did not have this type of, some states had something like this, but not at this level. The big thing about about this money is that this is a grant, so you don't have to pay this money back. This is a non-recourse grant. So that's a really big deal. The other news here in Florida is that they're also giving $15,000 to pay back property taxes that were unpaid during the forbearance period during the COVID. Now, a lot of people were not able to pay their property taxes. This also applies to people with reverse mortgages, people who with their mortgages are not escrowed and they have to pay their own property taxes and have run into problems. This is a program that can pay back those amounts of money that were owed during the forbearance period and that you basically could get right now or when it becomes available in the next few months. Now, these are Florida numbers. However, it doesn't seem like these numbers are going to be very different for every state. The states were allocated amounts of money based on their population of homeowners, so it's proportional. Now, other states like California and New York have much more money because they have many more people, and the mortgage payments there are much higher. Smaller states with smaller populations might get less money, but the mortgage payments are smaller and the number of homeowners are smaller. So therefore, it kind of balances itself out. Now, the biggest thing you have to understand about the HAF program, and the thing that a lot of people aren't understanding, and I've been getting a lot of questions about this, is that you have to exhaust all other possible assistance programs before you can access the HAF money. This is not a choice, even though obviously we would rather get a grant than put all the money you owe at the end in some sort of lien that you have to pay back when you sell the house. You can't get HAF if the bank is offering you that partial claim or deferral. So before you can apply for HAF, you have to apply for loan modifications and any partial claim or deferrals or whatever they're giving you to put the amount of money that you owe on the back of the mortgage. If you're denied for that and you've applied for everything possible, at that point, then you could possibly get a HAF grant when this program becomes available. Now, a lot of folks who were in a situation where they got a loan modification and obviously they feel left out because the HAF says you have to exhaust that. So if you got a loan modification, you cannot get a HAF grant. However, if after you get the loan modification, you're still having trouble paying back your mortgage, then at that point, it seems to me, according to the rules, that you can apply for a HAF grant for the ongoing mortgage payments that you cannot afford. Now, I don't know specifically how that would work, but it's with some help and it's free money. In essence, money you don't have to pay back. There's also assistance to pay utilities, internet access, and in some states, including here in Florida, there is money out there to pay for home improvements necessary to make the home habitable. It doesn't mean you get to put in a marble kitchen or a marble bathroom, but you could possibly replace a roof that you don't have any money to pay for, but you need to replace the roof or else the house becomes uninhabitable. In that situation, it seems that HAF has money allocated for that purpose. So that's the bottom line. You have to make sure that you exhaust every other possible assistance program before HAF is available for you.